I've collected 9 shades of the Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks, and I figured it's time to do a swatch video. Now, does anyone need 9 shades? No, but if you're a fair-skinned girly and you're curious about a certain shade, then stick around. So I have 5 shimmer shades, and I have 4 high shine shades. And I will not be using any lip liner so that we can get a true sense of each color. So let's begin. So I'm gonna begin with the high shine shades. And the first one that I'm gonna start off with is Tulip Kiss 02. It's this pale nudie color. I believe it's the lightest one out of the whole collection. So let's give it a whirl. And I do have lip balm on, but I will take it off. In between takes, I will be fixing up my lip line with the leftover bit of foundation that's on my beauty sponge. All right, let's begin. Tulip Kiss. So that is what it's looking like right now. And moving on to the next one, we have Glazed Donut 01. I know I said that the last one was the lightest shade, but I think this is the lightest shade. But let's give it a try. This is definitely more of a nudie pink color, whereas the last color was more of a caramelly nude. So that's what that looks like. I think this shade might be a little bit too pale for me. I think it's really cute though. So that is Glazed Donut 01. Moving on to the next shade, we have It Is Fussy in 04. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite shades. And this is more of a muted, cooler toned pink. Although the online swatches on Sephora and Fenty's website looked like this would be a lighter shade based on their models and swatches, but it definitely looks a little bit darker on me just because my skin is so pale. So that is It Is Fussy 04. And then the last of my high shine shades is Hibiscus 05. And this is what I would consider my darkest shade in the collection. And I do like how vibrant this is, although this is probably the most saturated in color that I'd probably go with. Just because these are very emollient, and I feel like the darker shades would be a bit more messier to handle and babysit throughout the night. Usually when I'm wearing a red lipstick, I like to use a longer wear formula, and this is definitely not long wear, but it is very moisturizing. It's such a nice shade though. And this is probably how dark I'll go without using any lip liner, but it is a little tricky just to kind of finesse it into place. So that is Hibiscus in 05. And now let's move on to the shimmer shades. So I have 5 here. And let's start off with the lightest one. Now this shade I had to purchase it from the Fenty website because it's not available on the Sephora website or the app. But it's such a beautiful shade that I couldn't resist. So this one right here is How Many Carats 07, and it's just a clear white sparkle shimmer shade. And it does look quite icy, so I like to use this shade as a topper. So this is How Many Carats 07. Okay, so the next shade is Fenty Glow. And this is another favorite of mine as well. So that's what it looks like. And I really like this shade because the shimmer isn't just white. In darker lighting, it kind of has a green sheen to it, which makes it really interesting. And one thing I like about the shimmer shades is that when you rub your lips together, you can't feel the glitter particles. Like the formulation itself is quite smooth. So this is Fenty Glow 01. So the next shimmer shade we have is Fussy 02. Any sort of fussy color in the Fenty lip line is my absolute favorite. And what's interesting about this shade is that it has a blue shimmer in it, which normally I don't gravitate towards because it usually emphasizes the purple tones in my lips and it kind of makes me look a little sick, but it's very subtle in this lip color. So that is Fussy 02. And then for something a little bit more red, we have See You in Maui 06. And this is such a nice red alternative color for me, even though it leans a little bit more on the orange side. And this is such a perfect summertime shade. So this is See You in Maui 06. And our very last shade to try is Flamingo Fling in 05, which is this bubblegum pink kind of color. And while this isn't super saturated, the glitter color is quite strong. So you're gonna get more of a pink sheen rather than a pink color. So this is Flamingo Fling 05. So now that we have swatched all 9 shades, I want to show you how I use the shades that I don't like to wear alone, so that maybe if you get stuck with a shade that you don't like, then there are alternative ways to use that shade. Starting with the High Shine shade Blazed Donut. So this one is the nudie pink that was a little bit too light for my liking. So what I like to do with this shade is pair it up with a slightly darker shade, which is, for me, it is Fussy in the High Shine shade in 04. So this one was just slightly a little too dark for my liking. So I'll just quickly put that on. And you know, this shade on its own is fine, but for someone who doesn't wear lip liner, such as myself, I mean, I do wear it from time to time. The only time that I really use it is when I'm wearing a red lip. But as for nude shades, I don't really wear lip liner. This is what I like to do instead. So I've applied the darker shade on top. And then with my lighter shade, I like to go into the center, and it helps to brighten up the lip. And it also gives it an illusion of a fuller lip. So it just gives it a little bit more volume. And it's a good way to use a lighter shade that you wouldn't normally wear on its own. And you can also mix the 2 shades together to wear all over the lip rather than just in the center. So this lip combo is using Fussy and Blazed Donut. So I'll put the 2 shades together. So this right here is Blazed Donut, and then this shade right here is Fussy. So the shade difference is quite subtle, but on the lips, there is a bit of a difference. And then another lip combo that I have combines Hibiscus 05 in the High Shine shade with the How Many Carats 07 in the shimmer shade. So because this doesn't have any shimmer, I like to top it off with this shade to make my custom shade. So let me demonstrate that for you. And this shade on its own is totally fine. It's just your classic, slightly saturated pink color. But now I'm gonna add the shimmer shade on top. And it just adds a little bit of extra dimension to the look. And then of course, if you want to look at the aftermath of the lip balm, that's what it looks like. And so if you're anything like me, I like to clean it off right away. And sure, you're wasting a little bit of product, but I would rather have a clean product and go through it quickly than having a messy product and saving the amount. And there we go, all cleaned. And last but not least, I'm gonna combine Fenty Glow 01 in the shimmer shade with See You in Maui 06 in also the shimmer shade. And sometimes when I want to wear a bolder color like this, I only want it just in the middle of my lip. So I like to combine it with the Fenty Glow shade. So I'll put that on quickly. And again, like this on its own is totally fine. It's one of my favorite shades, but let's combine it with the See You in Maui shade. So this, I'm just gonna put it on the center of my lip. For an extra boost of color, and it becomes a much less punchier orange shade, or more subtle orange shade. And again, this for the summertime would be super cute too. All right, and that's it for all 9 shades. And if you're a fair skin girly like me, I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you with your decision-making process in purchasing any one of these shades. And yeah, I had lots of fun sharing them with you too. Now there is one other shade that I was kind of curious about, but I'm a little hesitant to get because it is more on the purple blue side and it's the shimmery shade. But if there's any other shades that you would like me to try, just comment down below and I will try and see if I can get it and then do another swatch video for you. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.